Or I put it down and you say, I don't eat that kind of vegetable. If I put it down, it's served, it's gone. And she says, I can't eat this. So I have to take it away, but I don't take it away from this side. I take it away from this side. So serve from the left. Serve. I put a big S. Serve from the left. Take away. T. And you know, you can do this. And you just say, may I take your plate, please? Sometimes people are eating, and as they're eating, you take their plate. You have to ask, you have to be able to read that, I think they're finished. I think they're done. So they said, may I take your plate, please? So then you take your plate. Some people will have an opportunity. Let me borrow your plate. Your bigger plate. Here's a big plate. Okay, some people will hold their plate like this and put all the utensils here. Or they'll put all their utensils here. But usually, if you have utensils, don't just keep stacking them. Have some order. So, because these are flimsy, you're going to lose it. So maybe just hold it like this. Put your silverware here, your chopsticks here, and then just kind of balance. You know, just use your stomach so you don't drop it. Then you can pick up 4, go and bus it. And then the next time you do that, if you're bussing tables, you go wash your hands before you touch someone's stuff. Don't just bus all the tables, come back and then serve the person. But it won't happen in a banquet situation because everyone gets served at the same time. So table. You go to the first one, you put it down. And I suggest that you have 2 people. One person is a runner, one person is a server. So I know each table has a person. But if you have to travel 4 times to the table, okay, you run back, and back. When you can have 4, and you can hold plates like this. But if you're holding plates like this, that means you got your finger in their foods. So I suggest you don't do this as they do. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because if you drop it, it's it. But if you just happen to do this, and you say, oh, someone comes and says, oh, can I help you? Which one do you pick? Which plate? If you're helping me, which plate do you... I'm not going to give that because I give you this one. If you take this one, I drop that one. Do you get it? So if you have to do it, always give the one that is the nearest, and you still got this. If you take it, then I lose it. It's on the... What happens when that happens? The whole dining room goes silent. But you try not to do that. It's better to dump it on you than to dump it on this person. So each bank of tables, anything that falls on the floor, that's it. You cannot serve it. 3-second rule doesn't count. But at home, if something is dropped on the floor, it's fine. I'll eat it. So get used to holding the plates. I'm thinking that they will dish up the plates. If you can have runners, like pair up and say, we're going to do this table, and you serve the table, and you serve, I'm holding as many plates as I can hold, and then as you are serving, you know, you take it and you serve it and you serve it. Who do you serve first?
Ladies.
Ladies first. So I would suggest that you find out who the head table is. Who's on the head table, what table is the head table, and serve that table first.
I think we have a waiter or waitress for each table. We don't really have a runner.
No runners.
No runners.
Okay. So that means you have to be fast.
They have one each, one
Yeah,
man,
one-
girl.
Yeah,
So the
one
girl
people
can
serve one.
The girl can stand on the table. The boy can run to the kitchen and bring the.
We have more we have more guys than girls.
Okay.
We allocate like each person for each table.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's whatever you do, have people who are running.
Yeah.
People who are running who may not be serving, but they're getting to the point where they have all, you're the server, you're the server, you're the server, you're the guest. I'm the one that's running. And another person comes and runs. And another person comes. So yes, one person could serve the table, but you have maybe 3 runners. If not, you're gonna have chaos. And in your dining room, you have to have a traffic pattern. When you serve the table, what do? You go this way. You go this way. You don't turn around and go this way because there's people coming. So establish a traffic pattern that will get you out of the way after you serve, back into the kitchen, out again. So kind of pick who's going to be on what table. For every 6 tables, you should have 1 person that is a supervisor. If you don't, it could be you. You're the supervisor for this row of tables. And you make sure that you're watching how they're serving, and you watch that everyone in the table is served before you get to the next table. If you serve 5 people here, and you go to the next table, and you serve 2 people here, and you go over here, and you serve 2 people over here, there's going to be 3 people on this first table that's going to say, "Where's my dinner?" And when you put the plate down, make sure it looks exactly the same. Not just turned around, not upside down. And if that happens, you have to apologize because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the guests to have stuff all over them, and it's also embarrassing to you. So if you drop something, everybody just help pick it up. Don't say, "Leon, you dropped the glass." Don't tell me I needed to do that. Just say, "Oh, let me help you." That's what you do, don't you? If I drop all the plates, does everybody just stand there and say, no. Everybody rushes over as if nothing, picks it all up, and goes away. So, person is here, this is the guest. You're serving from the left. S. S. And when they're here, now this will probably be on the table?
Mm-hmm.
On the table?
Yeah, it will be on the table.
Okay. So you can put it right in the middle if you want. And the chopsticks, however you put your chopsticks. Probably it would be better if it's over on the side. You want to kind of have it open. Or if you put it here, then the etiquette is that the people will take the napkin, take the fork and fork, and when you handle people's fork, do not handle it this way. No. Here's your fork. And spoon. Do not handle it that way. So this is the proper, we have the fork on the left side, napkin in the middle, and this is the way it is, and then your chopstick. So this is on their lap. So when you come, let's say this is gone. When you come, say, "May I serve your dinner?" And you put it down. So they may have their silverware like this. Kind of fix it for them. Don't just leave it there. So before you put it down, if you have time, make the place setting so it's fine, and then you're serving. Now, in the American custom, when you're finished, your silverware looks like this. That's etiquette, looks like this. When you're in Europe, sometimes it's like this. I'm done. That's the signal, I'm done. So if in American culture, when they're done, or if their chopsticks are here, they will put it, and then it'll look like this. That signals to you, please take my plate. So any thoughts? This is supposed to be fun. If you assign them, each person takes a table. For every 6 people, have a captain. Have a person that's gonna kind of help them. Like you say, I need one more. The captain says, okay. He'll get it, or he'll tell this girl, and she'll go get it. So if you could serve everybody in the room, table 1 row at a time, kind of going here, 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 and here, starting with the head table, wherever it is. Always serve the head table first. So when you're pouring water or when you're pouring beverages, always comes from the right side. And if you accidentally forget and you take away from the left, don't make a big deal about it. No one cares. But people will watch, and everybody serves at the same time. It's just like clockwork. And you go clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever is on the plate, depending upon what it is, you serve it at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, meat. Everybody puts it down, 6 o'clock, meat. Thank you. And your glasses. If you have a glass and you're pouring water, serving beverages, pour with this hand, and put it back. If you're like this, it's kind of hard. So always come this way. If you accidentally knock it over, always have a side towel with you. Always carry a side towel with you. In case. The plates will not be hot, so don't worry about that. But the plates, you should put some weight on the plate so you get used to it, because plates they're not porcelain. So you don't have that stability. You have, what happens if the plate falls over? So nothing new. Any thoughts, any questions? You can do this. You have to do it. If you don't do it.
Question.
Oh, yes. Here's your cup. Any surface that they're eating off of, like the spoon and the fork, do not pick up glasses like this. Don't just like all 5 and say, okay, I'll clear your table. Do not do that. And if you do that, and you touch their meal that needs to be served, you've already violated serve safe. So either you bus all the tables, and that's your job, bussing tables, or you're serving, or you're the runner, or you're the overseer. If at the end of 15 minutes, if you haven't served that room, it's too slow. You have 6 tables, 6 tables, 6 tables, 6 tables. You have 4 sets of 6. If you don't serve within 15 minutes, it's too slow. So that doesn't mean you're running. It means that you have people who are running, positioning themselves, helping you serve, helping you get the food out there. That means the people in the back have to be serving, putting everything as close to the door as you can. And if you accidentally serve someone else's table, as soon as you put it down, that's it. You can't take it up and give it to you. Doesn't count. And if they say, I don't like it, you take it away and you start again. And if you drop stuff on the floor, don't pick it up and give it back to the customer. And if you have to read the customer, you have to read the table, you have to read the culture, how they do things. If they accidentally drop their napkin, it just falls off their thing, just quietly give them another napkin. Don't say, oh, you dropped your napkin. Don't call attention to the guests. If they say, this doesn't taste good, ask them, what can I do? And customers are what? Always right. Even if the formulation is right, you don't say, I did it right, I cooked it right. I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'll make it right. So, if you're attentive to the group, they'll show favor to you. And if you're a little slow, they'll overlook it. But if you come to the table and have an attitude, they'll see it. You've been to restaurants where they have an attitude. What's yours? Like, what's yours? What do you want? That's a poor attitude versus saying, good evening. At least say good evening first. Don't just say, what's yours? Not nice. So any thoughts? Any questions? You can do this.
My question is, we put everything in there. Do we have to help them to, take those things out, or usually
No. If this is on the table, then if it's on the table, it should look like this. So that's a normal. Fork, knife, spoon. If it's fork, knife, do not change it, leave it. I see you have a whole box of this stuff. Somebody took the time to do it. There's like 200 of these. Do not change it to look like this. No one cares. See how it is?
So what is? Oh.
See the difference?
Yeah. So you
Fork,
just
knife,
put it
spoon.
in this way, right?
When you put this on the table, leave it.
Okay.
But if you have a chance, take it out of the napkin holder, put this on this side, put this here, put that in the middle. That's a norm. But since these are already done, do not undo it. Or else, me. Because someone spent lots of time doing this. At least 3 hours. So don't say anything. That's just between you and me. Do not say anything that this is in the wrong order. But just be aware. So this will be on the table, and if you can set the table as a waiter or waitress, waitstaff, set the table so it'll look nice. Put the water glass so it's there. Do not put the water glass like this, because then you have to turn it over. So, are you giving tea and coffee and stuff?
Yeah. You mean at the end, right?
Like,
We will serve coffee or maybe hot tea if some people
so customer during the meal says, I want coffee. Sorry, we can't give you coffee to the end of the meal. No, do not say that. Just say, I will get it for you immediately. Because some people just like to have coffee. When I was 12 years old, I was waiting on tables. And the person says, I want the coffee on the table before I sit down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was before child labor. So, right or wrong, they have to have their coffee. So if a person, now, what happens if a person is choking? What do?
Glass of water.
You just stand there and watch them choke and faint and die.
Man, that's not.
Come here, come here. You're choking.
Okay.
So I come up to you, and I go like right here. There's a belly button here.
Yeah.
There's a xiphoid right here. And I just really push up, right? This is called, what is this called? Heimlich. What did I do? What did I just do to him?
I just want a little bit, intent to slow out or something.
Yeah, so when I'm going like this, I'm not gonna do it hard. When I do this, and you're choking, if you're choking, I won't do anything until you stop choking and you stop anything. Then I just do this, and that's enough to pop the food out. If it's not, I do it again. Do not, do not do that. Because what does that do?
You maybe hurt this guy's back, or maybe you cause the choke, the scenes, going too deeper.
So, what if a person has a heart attack? You stand there. Is it
CPR.
CPR, and you just think, oh no, what do I do? And I'm right here, compression. It doesn't matter you do the breath, just keep pressing as many times as you can do it, because it keeps the heart going. And you call 911 and you say, call 911. If I say call 911, everybody's going, who's going to do it? You're not waiting, you just designate, call 911 and tell them, send an ambulance, the person is having a heart attack or they're choking. This is real stuff. Because you're a wait staff, you're serving food, you're responsible for their welfare. So you have to act as if you were serving in a restaurant. You do everything that they do in a restaurant. And if you mess up, or if you don't want to serve that table, you ask Ning and say, can you take over? Ning, can you hop in and help me? I'll hop out. Sometimes you get to a table and because you're nervous. Do not be nervous. Any other thoughts?
Actually, I have a question. If the customer is left-hand preferred, so should we serve in the opposite way?
If they're left-handed, it's okay. The restaurants today will serve from the right and take away from the right. But we're just teaching you etiquette. So if everybody is serving in unison, you get to the first person, second person, third person. Someone who's watching you, it's like synchronized swimming. Have you ever seen synchronized swimming? Everybody is in synchronization. So everybody's doing the same thing. So you come around the table clockwise. And when you are finished with that table, you exit. And someone comes in up to the next one. So you have to resolve the issue of traveling 4 times to the table or 2 times to the table. If it's 2 times to the table, you're carrying 4. If it's 4 times to the table, that means you're only carrying 2. That slows your service. So you have to make that decision.
Okay.
But we're just suggesting if it takes 2 people to help serve them, and then have one person monitor the table. It's up to you. So whatever you decide, what you feel comfortable with. We're just here because we want it done quickly. Sometimes you can be dishing up and the service is slow. So all the stuff is backed up. So as you're dishing up, it should be going out. As you're dishing up, it should be going out. So your service rate and delivery rate have to be exactly the same. If your delivery rate is faster than your service rate, well, hurry up, dish it up. And when you're talking with people in the kitchen, be nice. Don't have that tone of voice that I have. Hurry up. Because you want the kitchen to be quiet and you want the dining room to be quiet. You don't want to hear a waitstaff or a captain or a supervisor say, Leong, hurry up, serve that table. You want silence, you want quiet. You just want to get in and come out. So we probably told you more than what you need, but we're trying to cover all the bases. So if a person is choking, they say, I'm okay. Follow them to the bathroom. If it's a lady follows them to the bathroom because they're embarrassed, they're choking. But if you don't follow them, you say, okay, take care of yourself, you'll find them in the hall. And they won't be breathing, will not be breathing. So just be careful. Any other thoughts? So serve from the...
Yeah, I have a question. I mean, after we serve the first lady, and then we serve the person who beside her, or we serve the second lady?
Serve all the ladies first,
Okay.
and then just keep going. If you have one lady and the rest men, then it's one lady and then the rest men clockwise. And it makes it easy. Because you just do it, and then you exit and come back. And you exit and come back. So establish in your dining room some traffic pattern. Don't keep turning around and running into the people who are coming at you with food. But if they're runners, they will read you and know that you need 2 more here, and need 2 more there, 2 more there. And every table will be served. Every table right next to it will be served. Is this for dessert?
I think so.
So they serve themselves?
I think we will place in front of the
Okay.
table, yeah.
So pre-plated?
Yeah.
Okay. So this could be a cake or
Oh, let me,
fruit.
no, it's not gonna be preserved. It will be after the dinner,
Okay.
yeah.
So you have 2 servers. One clearing, and then you're serving again. Or is it pre-plated, preset?
No, it's not preset.
So it's in the kitchen, so it has to come out, and you have to serve it.
Probably, I think we'll take away all the plates before we serve the
Certainly.
the dessert.
Do not do this. Don't put a clean dessert on someone's dirty plate, like we do at home. We always take the plate away, put a new one down. If someone says, I want more food, I want more noodles, I'll be right back. Or I want seconds. These people won't ask for seconds. But if you happen to have lots of food in your kitchen, come out with a platter and ask who would like more noodles, who would like more vegetables, who would like more of this. Or if you don't do that, then you'll serve it to the children. And, that's okay, but give a good portion. Where the eye appeal and the aroma is going to really entice them. That's what you want. You want to wow the customer, if you want. Because this is your fundraiser. We're just here just to help, not to criticize. Usually I'm very quiet. I'm a functioning introvert. You know what an introvert is? A person that does not talk. But I function very well. Versus a person who's always talking and they don't function. So I'm basically an introvert. Okay, did I miss anything?
Do you think we should show them a demo at
Yeah, I
because
want you
the-
people